return to our own vomit? Again, the question is, shall we return to our own vomit? Of course not. We are told that only dogs do. Only dogs do return to their own vomit. Today is January the 9th, in the year of our Lord, 2023. I am Chris Ano, your comrade in arms for a free and independent Southern Cameroon's Ambazonian. Fellow Ambazonians, I come to you with a critical announcement. We are declaring February the 10th and the 11th. And when I say we, I am referring to all of us here at the interim government of Ambazonia. We are declaring a national lockdown of Ambazonia to start on Friday, the 10th of February, and Saturday, the 11th of February. Fellow Ambazonians, this lockdown is critical and important because we are not dogs. We are not dogs, and we will never be, to return to our own vomit. Even before 2016, when they started this conflict against us, we had refused to take part in any festivities or celebrations marked as 11th February. 11th February was declared in 1966 by French Cameroon President Amadou Ahidjo. Until 1966, what we celebrated was Empire's Day and not 11th February. And by the way, look at that date, 11th February, which they now call a Youth Day. A Youth Day. What has it got to do with the youths? If you can think about it. What has the 11th of February got to do with any youth in Ambazonia or in La République du Cameroon? Zero. Fellow Ambazonians, we should never forget our own history. The 11th of February was the date of the plebiscite in 1961. Again, the 11th of February was the date of the plebiscite. It is the day where slavery was forced upon us by the United Nations, the British, and of course, the French and French Cameroon. So we cannot be celebrating our own day of slavery, the day we were made slaves. They came to us with a plebiscite, and instead of asking us whether we want to get independence to be a country of our own, they asked us if we wanted to get independence by either joining Nigeria or joining La République du Cameroon. How has that worked? And what are we going to be celebrating? How has it worked for the past 61 years? They forced independence with La République du Cameroon upon us. And the day that plebiscite was carried out, our annexation and colonization began. And for 61 years, we've borne the brunt of it. Fellow Ambazonians, we have since denied celebrating any so-called national day in our territory that is implemented by La République du Cameroon. And so this one, the 11th of February so-called, will not be different. We shall not celebrate anything in Ambazonia called National Day on the 11th February. 11th February was since banned, 20th May banned from our territory. And so we're asking everybody in Ambazonia, get ready to stay home, shut down everything that you can that can be shut down on the February the 10th and February the 11th. Monday will be our regular ghost towns. So the lockdown will be on again Friday, February the 10th and Saturday, February the 11th. Please pass this message to every Ambazonian. We shall be coming back to you with details as to what goes on during these days. Please pass this message around and start preparing to shut down everything of your own. We cannot give La République du Cameroon a semblance of any victory. They hope to send the images across the world to say, listen, the war is over. Just imagine you send your children out to go and march and participate in any march past. And please let me say this to every school or college anywhere in Ambazonia. Your children go out to the street to any ceremonial ground to participate in anything called 11 February, your school will be completely shut down indefinitely. 11 February has been banned throughout the territory of Ambazonia, and it is going to remain so. Even when we get our independence, it's a bad day. We shall never celebrate our own day of slavery, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going back to it. We shall never go back to it. October 1st remain our only national day for the moment. God bless you all.
Of Texas here in the United States. Well, we know that the neighboring country, La République President, make a statement on the 6th related to the ongoing crisis of the statehood of Southern Cameroon. We all agree that this is a sovereign state of its own that has been deprived of their right to its existence. And the spirit of self-defense or the spirit of restoring our statehood is unquestionable. The neighboring country with its proxy ally, France, with its another collaborator, Britain. But we have been steadfast, strong, more than ever before on the question of self-determination. And that is what has brought us to this critical moment in our nation's statehood history. I am here speaking to you as one of your sons of the Southern Cameroon territory. And I believe that joint collaborations, irrespective of what our differences, is paramount importance for this quest for the sovereign state of Southern Cameroon. I am appealing to all of you this morning. I am appealing to everyone of Southern Cameroon statehood that in order for all of us to achieve these noble objectives, it requires all of us give our personal self-interest for the common good of our sovereign statehood. Achieving these noble objectives is because we have been steadfast, strong, despite some of the differences. So how can we move forward? Whether you are for Siseko, you are for whichever, you for AGC, or you for Siseko, or you are for whatever you belongs to. This is the most critical moment that let us come together in a series of 3 consecutive meetings. Each of the group don't come in as a member, be like the blank slate. If you are coming like a blank slate. You know, when a child is born, there is nothing registered in the child's mind. But when the child continues to grow up, he develops skills, knowledge, training. He captures activation, the primary parents, and they develop skills from what the parents do. Eventually, they move to school and they develop skills until they become adulthood. So, if we are decided to come together in a 3 series of meetings, it doesn't matter where the meeting is being held. All these variables should come like the child that was just born. We develop a uniform ideology so that we can respond to La Republic quest. It is very, very crucial. We should give up this ourselves that if it's not this person, we must this, it's not this person. But let the people that will be meeting, people of self-minded, that it's not the goal. The goal and an objective is the sovereign state of Southern Cameroon. That should be the key goal. But whatever someone brings to the table, we should be able to listen to each and everyone's point with an open mind, without insulting, without accusations, without any whatever word I can put it. It is very, very primordial, very, very important that this critical moment is the time that we keep aside our differences. Whether we have been insulting one another, we've been abusing one another, we keep our differences. Focus on one unified statement that represents us for the common good. This is a sovereign nation that we have achieved. But our differences, personal bias against one another, is what gonna betray us. So therefore, I am appealing to all sons and daughters of Southern Cameroon that this is very, very essential and vital for all of us to have a one uniform principles coming together for the common good of Ambazonians. I am appealing to you all again that while we look forward for this opportunity, we have to look for a unified principles that will bring us together, not separate us. Despite the fact that whichever one claim to be in the leadership, which one claim, but we should look for individuals to represent us, people with independent functioning mind that will look at the common, what each and everyone bring to the table, not on the ones that are coming with an insulting, abusive languages, and that will finally end up in a chaotic scene. You should be able to listen to one another. You should be able to look. I was in one of my classes that I was told that you spend more time listening rather than doing the talking, and let the patient do the talking, and then you make the conclusion. So if we are ready, I think this is the vital moment that we can show effort. I know La Republic will be playing games, very calibrated games. How does La Republic going to play games? We're trying to achieve, to bribe certain members of us so that when we are coming together, we should be able to fight in amongst us. And while we fight amongst us, we give an opportunity, an upper hand for La Republic to settle our differences, our fight, so that we forget about the common good and objective that we are coming for. And La Republic will attempt to bribe some members that we selected in order to cause confusion. So who is a good person that will be on that table? A self-interest, a people with dynamic mind that do not focus on the money, but focus on the goodness of our nation, that in the next 10, 15, 20 years, we will stand and make and be proud of the decision we have made. I am appealing to all Ambazonians that it is very, very crucial. It is very, very important. It is very, very that we can. The first meeting, I suggest or recommend 3 sequence meetings with all the various factions to come together. The first meeting, just to have a harmony, greeting one another. We may not have any discussion, but greeting one another is the first step to building a unified relationship. The subsequent or second meetings, we can try to put something on the table and then we discuss about it and then we abort the meetings. And then in the third or fourth meetings, we can be able to understand one another and then we can lay a solid foundation that we can present to the neighboring country, La Republique du Cameroon, that this is the platform for all Ambazonians stands for. So I am appealing to you all. This is Comrade Funton Daniel. Make sure you share it everywhere so that they can understand the basic and the fundamental.
You must see that we are progressing on your sweat. You should not be progressing on someone's sweat. Why she or he will stay behind weeping?
Yeah, fellow Ambazonians, greetings to you all. Let me make a point clear about the Cameroon so-called Ambazonia talks going on in Canada. First, there is no talk. Second, there is no talk. And third, there will never be a talk. Why do I say so? I've listened to audio messages made by Capo Daniel of the AGOFC. I've also listened and read a couple of statements made by him by the AGOFC. Stating that there are talks going on in Canada. Ambazonians, don't be so gullible and don't be so fooled, don't be so foolish to be cowed by Paul Biya's tactics and the nasty intrigues, the political intrigues by some Ambazonians who want to stay relevant. Let me explain. Paul Biya is not ready for talks, and he will not be ready for talks anytime soon in the next 2, 3, 4 years. Maybe in the next 7, 8 years when he's dead, he will not be ready for talks. He knows he is winning. One thing that we fail to understand with autocracies, with dictatorships, is that they don't care about the audience cost. They don't care about reputation, international reputation. They will continue to go in the muddy waters, regardless of whether the international community is watching them or not. Regardless of the audience or domestic cost or not, they would continue to be as dirty as they are. Paul Biya is not running a democracy. He is running an autocracy, a dictatorship. For that reason, what is happening in neighboring Ambazonia, as nasty as it is, it doesn't pinch him in any way, as long as he knows that he is as corrupt as it could be, to side with the international community, to keep receiving his funds as he has been receiving funds from the EU, from China, from Asia, from whatever country, and recently from the African United States Summit. Look, Ambazonians, we are in a desperate situation, and this calls for desperate action. Desperate action has been well managed by the ADF and other defense forces on the ground. I do appreciate their efforts. But we should not be foolish enough to think that Paul Biya wants to talk about what? When I listened to Capo Daniel stating that Paul Biya on the 6th of this month, 2023, said he wants to talk with Ambazonia, I quickly went to the website of the presidency of La République du Cameroon to pull out a speech. And perhaps some of you have read the write-up I sent out. Paul Biya did not in any way mention Ambazonia. He clearly, from his opening paragraph, the opener of his speech was clear about a Ukraine-Russia conflict that affects the entire world and also affects developing economies. Now, Paul Biya went further to talk about other challenging global crises and global issues like terrorism, climate change, famine, and a couple of them. He did not mention Ambazonia, neither did he even insinuate Noso or Northwest Southwest Cameroon. He did not. He did not even make as if there was any issue going on in Cameroon. In fact, he snubbed Cameroon in his speech addressed to the diplomatic corps. Then Capo Daniel went further to say, Paul Biya spoke about Ambazonia. He spoke about talks going on in Canada, as if gullible Ambazonians can't do research. A simple click will tell you that Capo Daniel is the biggest liar trying to hype up a fake as it is, talks in Canada. There are no talks in Canada. There is no talks in Canada. They are only a group of people trying to stay relevant in this revolution. What don't we get, Ambazonians? If there are talks in Canada, the talkative media of La République du Cameroon, as talkative as they are, as talkative as their bloggers, they would be the first to even list the names of those who are sitting to represent Cameroon on a table with Ambazonia. Why are we not listening? Why are we not seeing? Why are we not hearing? Why are we not knowing the names of those who are sitting on the talks or on the round table or the rectangular table with Ambazonians? Why don't we know the names of those Cameroonians? Why? When Paul Biya is ready to talk, when his entourage is ready to talk, they will make it public as they made the national dialogue public. It is in their own best interest to even make it public so that the world sees that they are becoming serious, so that they can keep lobbying international partners and multinational corporations, so that they can keep lobbying the global community for more funds. It is in their own business and best interest to make it public. But if they are not making it public, then it is not even happening. Ambazonians, stay focused on the course. We heard last week that John Baakuro and a couple of leaders will be hosting some whatever discussion as to what is going on in Canada. Why did they not hold? Because they suddenly heard that Paul Biya was addressing the diplomatic corps. It was a damage control strategy they wanted to roll out, because the people of Ambazonia have become wise and wiser as the days go by, as the Swiss things fail, as the Canada scam fails. The people are becoming wiser and wiser. Paul Biya wants to talk. Talk with who? For what? He knows he's in control. He knows he is winning. And he knows he is dying. So one of the most important things Paul Biya wants to do at the moment is his power transition. That is what is preoccupying the presidency, the Unity Palace of La République, and not anything in Ambazonia. Right now, Ambazonians, we should be focused on getting our Ambazonia as soon as Paul Biya leaves this earth. That should be our biggest opportunity, and not talking with a dying man. When the thief, the terrorist is dying, look for an opportunity to get your Ambazonia. It will not be through talks. Talks have never, ever brought independence for any country. Listen and listen carefully. My name is Tapang Ivo Tanku. Have a blessed day.
Children, children, God is with us. You must see that we are progressing on your sweat. You should not be progressing on someone's sweat. Why?
Good afternoon, House. Good morning. 21 gun salute to all of our fighters, general, foot soldiers, field marshals defending the homeland. I say when a cafe day up for here na allergy the talk. Yes, since this struggle start, Tapang Ivo Tanku never talk through like this audio video message where he send them out concerning the Canada talks and concerning the number 6th century dictator for Yaoundé. Yes, what we Tapang Ivo Tanku talk na true. We don't always tell people about this dictator for Yaoundé. But since we're not there for America or we're not there for Europe, or we don't know for talk grammar, so they not just consider what we the talk. Now, Tapang Ivo Tanku, we first about being a collaborator for Capo Daniel, where all of them now spoke people for this ECOPC Governance Council for Ayaba. Now they can criticize openly ye collaborator. Yes, it means the Ambazonian people don't start to understand. We don't start to understand. Say yes, dictator Bia go kill we even for 50 years. It go did for kill we. And I want again for art make comment for this audio message, video message. See, dictator Bia no go ever talk for we. Yes, na tyrant dictator. The worst brutal dictator will get them for the world, the whole world today. This old dictator. The dictator no say go die. And what you go take Paul Bia bring her for me can't talk for we go can't talk say what? There's no need. Yes. Even if he not the win, Paul Bia go keep it, he go keep killing. What you will Paul Bia doing for your country? He no like say make Cameroonian get 1 franc for inside their pocket. Even their marketplaces, they burn them. The thing where Paul Biya doing for Cameroon, for our neighboring Cameroon, for Ambazonian, now on the worse and worse and worse for 50 years waiting for power. Then some people they claim say Canada talks, this thing, Swiss talks we don't be because of the sea say if you go for Swiss talks, it go pay, it go enough no way for Dutch no day. Now when I say be withdraw Cameroon government will go out from that talks. Mr. Biya no fit go for talks with Ambazonian. He no fit come. That one no fit happen. Make any man move that one for your idea. Say Paul Biya go come negotiate with we. Not Paul Biya. Paul Biya no fit negotiate with we. May we not forget about this. But since we talk, we are not the listing. We talk, we are not the listing. Since now the so-called activists them were yesterday they did the fight against the interim government and them they come to tell we are people today the truth. I think say today Ambazonian people go understand say yes which way these people better tell when are true. Dictator Bia no fit come no one day when no Canada talks no day talk they talk with it. Mr. Bia they find a way for gain time. Yes, now only time. Even this which one way talks in for in front diplomat, he say go negotiate with we. That one na for confusion, total confusion. When I forget, the only thing we will get for do for this talk now AK-47 rifle, rocket launcher, train our boys how to fight. This will not be fight where we will take 5, 6 years win them. Now fight we will fight more than 30 years. When I don't hear the talk say for Bakassi Peninsula, the oil way they say if find past all oil for this way. Now for them they take fish go for Europe. You think say white man go leave and for you empty? Paul Biya they kill, they do everyone has to leave you because of the oil we will get them for them. When I no one listen, okay, now tapang don't come tell when the truth. No talks no day. Not you some man tell you say talks day. Now only AK-47 rifle. We never even start for trained army where they go fight this war. This one, the still jugna for you. Whenever start war with La Republic. Yes, I think say all of we will know say we never yet start war with La Republic. Yes, La Republic, you don't feel what way he go talk with. We talk say what. The people, any person where he listen to this Tapang Ivos Tanku video, audio, make you wanna share them and make wanna take them serious. Wanna take them. What way talk for them are true. Now what way they happen. So if some man tell una the truth, share them for Ambazonians. They make them be aware for what way they happen. Yes, yes. Even if that person they be in a black leg, if na what wanna share them. People they know they share this one. They go take audio from the Congo success. Congo talks that nonsense way they talk now because they promise you money, then you never get the money. Now you way they come out now, come talk say Congo, one make coup d'etat, one make this, one go up. They concern we for what? We want to what way they concern we for we are war against la Republic, strategy, weapon. No what we need them. We don't need man come to tell we say Ngongo, but don't come the kill. We know say it, then if we be aware say we know say them the join kill we. We not say Ngongo way the Secretary General of Mr. Bia. We not say the kill we know all of them. We not say all including Atanje, the day they for slaughter Ambazonian. We know all that one we know. So no Congo success go come out to tell you what did happen for you when they how you go do this. That one concern for that one is noise making. I no fit you waste my time for a share that nonsense. That one concern them for day. Even if they talk these things today now, because you not get the money where you when they promise them for. You think say if they when they be give you the money where they be promise, if they appreciate beer, if they appreciate the president of the republic, you know, go do this and that, you be aware for all coup d'etat where they want plan. That one you concern you for make they kill you even tomorrow. That one if they make you coup d'etat, we will go stay for you one day. You know concern we own and we alarm. Yes, we are what for starting from Matajem. Anything will go happen for this side, no concern we. Now what will happen for Bamenda and here the concern we. So if they want make a mini coup d'etat, if they want go kill dictator Bia, if they want do what for they, that way concern is Congo success with the people them way they collaborate for kill we today where oil don't enter between them. They want start fight with number them, they come to talk nonsense. That one we no want for listening that nonsense.
Good morning.
She will stay behind with me.
Swim left and right, dancer.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh, don't progress on someone's way. Bombe ma bando mwenzi wa. Oh, tiliti azuma bete za onyuwa. Kibo soma umo pares mamago. Kariti bebe panga bende chete.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, Comrade Misodi. Happy New Year. God bless you. I just want to use this opportunity to appreciate you for the work you are doing for Ambazonians. The time you spend, the money you spend, the resources, and the energy you put in educating Ambazonians through your show. I appreciate you, and may the Lord replenish you 100-fold. I'm a keen follower of your program, and I listen to it always. I listened to this last episode, and I have concerns, some concerns with a lot of things that you said in the show. But I didn't want to come out there stringing on social media. I just thought that we could discuss on them. Nobody knows it all. Maybe you can enlighten me on some of the things that I think different from you. Let's have this discussion. I will try to make audios, short audios, so that even when you are at work, you can put them and they're playing and you listen to them and then you can respond. Okay, let me start. Number one, you talk of the Swiss-led negotiations. I disagree with that. No negotiation ever took place in Switzerland. We can call it a Swiss-led initiative. Good, it was an initiative. It never led to negotiation. No negotiation ever took place. No dialogue ever took place in Switzerland. No negotiation, no dialogue, because La Republic never for one day, even for 1 hour, 1 minute, came to Swiss to meet Ambazonian team. It never happened like that. Number two thing is that you said the Swiss initiative was an initiative. It was initiated by the Swiss. No. Sarko boasted that he initiated the Swiss. Even Comrade Chris boasted also that he brought the Swiss process to Sarko. Therefore, the Swiss process was Ambazonian initiated, not Swiss initiated, not La Republic initiated, and which is right. Among the two belligerents, any of them can initiate a peace initiative. It can initiate a peace process and invite the other one. Mostly the state actor is on the annals of the state actor to initiate the peace. That's why the international community kept calling on La Republic to initiate a peace process. Take note of that. That lead me to number 3 issue. That you say because La Republic initiated the Canadian process, it is an imposition. No, that's wrong. Go and check other peace processes. If the state actor initiates it, it doesn't mean that they are coming there to impose. We are not in the 1960s where somebody can come and impose. Even in the 1960s, the Funchers argued. And that's why they were able to have articles that say the form of the state shall never be considered. It will be inadmissible for them to consider changing the form of the state. So there's nothing like imposition because somebody initiated. Okay, if that's the case, then you are saying that because Ambazonian initiated the Swiss process, it was an attempt by Ambazonian to impose on La Republic? No. So the fact that somebody initiates it means that he's coming to impose it is wrong. Nobody can force La Republic, which is an independent sovereign state, to initiate a peace process. And if they initiate one, good. Go and look at Colombia. You will see that the state initiated the peace process with the FARC rebels. And when they initiated, it doesn't mean that they impose on FARC. No, they did not. Look at many other peace processes. Because an international community does not initiate a peace process. They convince the state actor or one of the belligerents to accept the mediation first, and then they would take that idea to call another actor and say, this person has agreed to a peace process. Please, can you come? Would you like to come on? That's how it works. So there's nothing, it doesn't matter who initiates it, whether it is the United Nations or another country coming in to say, I want to mediate. And he does not, a neutral country does not come and stay in the air and say, I want to mediate. No. They first go to one of the, particularly the state actor, because it is a sovereign state, it is the one that has the right to permit a peace process or initiation to negotiations to go on. They go first to the actor, the state actor, and ask for permission to negotiate. And when the permission is granted, that's when they invite the non-state actor. I think number 4 thing is that I will not be naming because there are just so many. I will just be discussing and going. The next thing is that you said the Swiss-led process or initiative was internationally recognized or met international standard, and the Canadian is not an international standard. No. If you said met Ambazonian standard, I would have accepted. But when you said meet international standard, and you say, let me tell you why, and you didn't define what international standards of an internationally mediated peace process is. You didn't list it. And this is one of the things that I would like you to discuss and explain what an internationally mediated process standard is. If you were to put the Swiss-led process with the Canadian process actually meets the international standard, whereas the Swiss-led did not meet the international standard. And I will explain. Number 1, you cannot talk of mediation. Mediation means, or reconciliation means, or dialogue. Mediation, dialogue, reconciliation is something between two people, two protagonists. Anything short of that is called a monologue, and that is why we call the grand dialogue in Yaoundé, we call it a monologue, because the Ambazonian side did not come, and so it was La République talking to itself. The Swiss-led initiative was an Ambazonian monologue because it was Ambazonian stayed there for 3 years. The other person did not come. They had no opportunity to discuss with anybody else except Ambazonians. And it ended only at the level of those pre-talks. And there were not even talks, because what was happening in the Swiss thing was a training by HD of the Ambazonian Coalition Act, Team Act. And take note that the Coalition Team Act was not formed before going to Switzerland. They all met in Switzerland and formed Team Act. It's not like Team Act. When they initiated it, then they went and formed Team Act before going to Switzerland. No, go and find out. They met in Switzerland before they say, hey, we are here. Let's speak with one voice. Let's form a team and speak with one voice. And then they formed Team Act. That's the same thing that happened in Canada. Canada is not in dispersed rank. They are speaking with one voice in Canada. They just have not given a name to it. And note that in Canada, everybody is not there. Not because they drew or pre-selected some people. No. Everybody was invited, including Comrade Chris and many other leaders, Sako, but they turned the invitation down and said they are not going. So it was not something that, and when they did not call Ambazonians to say, please, let's boycott this. So other leaders, including members of Team Act, went there. Akwanga is Team Act, and other people that were in Team Act are there in Canada, and plus new other persons that were invited. So they are there in Canada. So it's not something that it's a secretive group, and you say Swiss was not secretive. No, Swiss was even more secretive. I'm a member of the Restoration Council, and I remember when we always hold committee hostage to say, you must tell us what is going on with Swiss talks, because it was not open. We were not knowing what was happening. We are only 3 months into Canadian talk, and we already know what is happening. They have already made a press conference, a press note. But 3 months into Swiss Let's Talk, they were telling us, no, they are still doing just training. Nothing filtered out of Swiss. We did not know it. We just did not question it enough. By the way, there are some people who were questioning it. But because we were just pro-interim government, because the interim government was the one leading there, we of the interim government did not question that much. But other people were questioning. And those who were questioning were made enemies. I myself, I nicknamed John Mbah as Judas Mbah Akoro because of the way he was questioning the Swiss talks. Because I was for Swiss talks. He was against. And I hated what he was saying ignorantly. Today, I apologize to him because he proved himself right. That it has proven that he was right.
Modern break dancers. Break and shake on this. Like water. And close to. Normally.
Oh, we did it about. Oh, no, 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 and boom, we are part of the music. Oh, we did it about. You turn around and buy you some good one, but we live on a way game. Oh, we did it about. I couldn't have oh, boom, we are part of the music.
Before I go, fellow Ambazonians, I get one plea. I beg, who come with them, they try for find possibility for say, may we get a summit, or get a gathering, or get a conference, where all Ambazonians and they go come like one man, so that we go form a team. We go form a team, where that team it go unite for put firepower for ground zero, for follow diplomacy, and for follow another rules them where we go want for Siam, maybe physically. Because one of those rules, Naswesi, more make a strong team where it go for negotiation. More make a strong team where it go for negotiation. Because if 1 year bonafide Ambazonians them, like John Mbah Akoro they come out for talks today, so they want come out for can't tell us until they go on for Canada with the doubt. Wait where they want to talk. Now for we forget a unifying team, like how we brothers and they will stand for the one way the ABB for Switzerland mediated talk. Team Ambazonia. We will get the team. We will get a strong document. We go be a binded one. We go for negotiation. That negotiation no go like group by group. It go like team with one strong signature. Freedom, unconditional independence for Southern Cameroon and Ambazonia. Where you be now, which kind of leader, your name be now who, it go be for insights. We no one go like any groups, never a day. So that may they go use a scheme. Muna no say one una di watch, una di play with Jezebel. Una know who Jezebel dey. La République du Cameroon at Jezebel. When they tell una something, muna be very careful. Una go for that place, una verify very well. Because you go there for front door, they don't plan your killing for behind. We need to be very careful. We see and say, we unite. We forget about people the way they call themselves say leaders. And if that leader, they know say people the way they support them, they be the greater people. They go follow them like a flock. And they go come for do the right thing. But for to say, they stand that ground for say they want boss people them like leader. They go be left like Mumu Ngombe. Because now wait see that way we go do them. La République no go use the proxy for buy off some people the way they call themselves say leaders. As so on they did today for Peru for La République du Cameroon. But they always say una fi here for their mob na terminology for blame game. Blame game. Nonsense. That time don't pass. We go unify for things them, for strategy, for get glory, for win back our country, for the nearest shortable time. Now wait is this way we go like and for Siam. More come for that one goal. And more no say this struggle. Now money.
This struggle stand now with money. And Ambazonian people, them over be very open for put that money. The only thing we don't destroy, especially this organization will be made up of interim government. Now these satanic people, the way they come, they like sons and daughters of Jezebel, the way they call themselves leaders. They come useless, the Ambazonian people, their money. So we need for come again like one team. And we'll get the bonafide people them, where they go unify for some certain goals. Les fellow Ambazonian, more plan a conference for make a very big, strong team, for make a solid foundation, for make an organization where you go stand, for go for negotiate, for free our land. May we not ever go for some negotiation like groups. May we go like a team. May we go like a team and get one common goal for weakening that demonic sons and daughters of Jezebel, where they call themselves say France and La République du Cameroon. And the genocide people, the way they call themselves say Elism, and these so-called leaders them. Because leaders in the day, where they call themselves Ambazonians, them, they take money behind the scene. Who know this? Who know very well. More be very careful for them. And the only way they be very good for them, now blackmailing, name calling, blame game. Now they scheme this so that at the end of the day, may Ambazonian they be confused. May they take that their money for how they take them. We don't be smart enough for know now very well. We don't be smart. So call Sawe Julius Tabe Day. Call Sawe Sako Day. Call Sawe Marianta Day. Ayaba Cho. All una so una gather. Una follow the flock of the people. If
God is good, God is great, and God is kind to everybody created.
Let me say that when you say when you are comparing Canada and Swiss, and you say it did not meet international standard, no, Canada meets international standard more. Number one, it is the state actor, the belligerent who is a sovereign state, La République du Cameroon, that has called Canada and asked them to call for dialogue. And that is the right standard for, that shows that it is the right time for dialogue. And because they call for it, they are the ones that initiated, means that they are willing to commit. But in Swiss, they did not commit because they are not the one that called for it. And so therefore they did not commit. And because they did not commit, it did not meet anything international standard. It never even reached the level of where we can call it talks. So people referring to Swiss talks are wrong. It was not talks. It was talks woo-woo. So it did not meet, Swiss did not meet international standard. Dialogue is a discussion between two people that are fighting. In Canada, La République is on the table. Ambazonia is on the table. And therefore, it qualifies as dialogue and mediation. When you say Canada is not, when you say it does not meet international standard, you are saying that Canada, who was the main sponsor in Switzerland, is not an international country, is not international. You mean HD is not international. You mean that the United Nations, who is in Canada as an observer, is not international. And so that, I say, Canada is international. Let me tell you what Ambazonians defined before anything long time ago. They said for any mediation to take place, number one, it must be in a neutral country. Is Canada in a neutral country? Is it Ambazonian? No. Is it La Republic? No. It's a neutral country. Number two is that it must have a neutral mediator, a third-party mediator. Is Canada a third party? Yes. Is HD, who is in Swiss, in Canada, a third party? Yes. Is the United Nations a third party? Yes. We said it must be internationally supervised, and the United Nations is there. Who else should supervise a talk and people believe that it's really international than the United Nations? So go take this standard and compare it to Swiss, where it was only Ambazonian and HD. Other countries backed it, and other countries are backing this Canadian talk as well. So take note of that. So Canada meets even more international standard than Swiss. I have given you the facts, but you say it doesn't meet international standard, and you didn't explain why it does not meet. Because of secrecy, you say because of secrecy. That's the only reason you gave. So because of secrecy, it does not meet international standard. No, I disagree. Secrecy is an international norm. That's what diplomacy is all about. Diplomacy is all about secrecy. It's a game of secrecy, and that's an international standard. Nobody would talk to Comrade Chris if everything they talk, he goes to the media and to his TV and say it. Nobody would ever talk to him. Nobody would talk to you, Comrade Misodi, if they know that whatever they say, you come to this your show and say and announce it to the people. Nobody will be talking to Ambazonians if they know that this revolution is only a social media one, because if I want to recognize you, I want to support you, I want to advise you as another country, I'm not going to come and say it and then you go to the social media the next day and say, oh, Brazil is supporting us, he has advised us that we should do this and that. Or this diplomat, Fritz Misodi, Ambassador Fritz Misodi has advised us that we should go this and that, we should do this and that, we should buy arms, we should not accept this with it. No country will talk to you if you are like that. So secrecy is an international norm. It's an international standard. Number two, about that secrecy thing. We know that Comrade Chris has made some commitments and has vetoed some people and so forth, but he has refused to tell anybody about it, and it is on our behalf. Should he come out and tell anybody? I'm saying this because it's in your inbox. If you put it out there, you know that you are betraying something. If Comrade Chris
truly will not be a
claiming it as the day of the Lord, not because of the resurrection of Christ, because the resurrection of Christ had nothing to do with abolishing of one of the 10 commandments. The Decalogue is still in vogue today. Building are giving up. Many, are losing their minds over this matter. Many are considering suicide. Don't you let things go that way. There is still hope. The miracle is still on the way. That is why you must live to see tomorrow. Because he lives, we can face tomorrow. Can you say that with me? Your AQ has to be activated, has to be challenged, has to be put into good use so that we have a nation that is not full of dummies, that they claim to know everything, but they know nothing, or they do not put what they know to the use of the entire public. There is another in our research kingdom that we are coming out with, which is called the real life experience quotient. This new quotient, it reveals the high IQ. It reveals to us that high IQ people intelligent, quotient people end up being employed by emotionally intelligent, quotient, or social quotient who have average IQ, employing them. Why, dear listener, why, dear participants, are we not very productive? Why do we earn wages and put them in bags with holes? Because we neglect the true touches of lives that touch our lives, the fabric of our lives and our existence. Because we refuse to know who we are, we allow ourselves to be told who we are, and we take it even though it differs with our real life existence and experiences.
Good evening, fellow Ambazonian. I throw a salute for all my country people them for Ambazonian land. For my mommy them, my papa them, my brothers them, and my sister them. I come now for tell una with the way they happen for Tuba. It don't be very bad all this day for on the 7th, we be Saturday, where a kelebe be shoot juju for Bambwe land for thy place ikilam. So at the camp for there when I say it don't be for live away, we don't shit down for some time, but a kelebe never leave we say me we shit down. We dey pass this warning. Now warning we dey pass them for a kelebe them. We dey pass this warning for some certain people them, where them be like traitor them for inside this tuba. At the talk for now, so I be spokesman for Bitterleaf village for Tuba. At the tell when I say these people them way we get for call their name, made them hear, and when they hear, made them take plenty care for which way would they tell them. These people them number 1, na chairman for Bambwe. Number 2. Now this man where he come up for Atuneba, where then they call it say Kalusha. We get for take care with this man where they call him say Kalusha. We don't know all movement them for Kalusha. Kalusha they come out, they go there for brigade. They talk with gendarme them for brigade. They catch even people them, make them then they go lock them for brigade. We know all which way Kalusha don't they do. We don't monitor ye for long time, and we don't monitor ye correct. We monitor ye in and out with the Siam. All play where they go with the Siam. The same like this man we will call him chairman. We don't monitor you too. If they come out go for inside Bamenda town, it is she don't for day. Do secret thing them. Make secret arrangement them where we know all. Now we don't tell them. Say it don't correct. It don't correct now. Whether then they come go na full side with the monitor them. As in the enter, we go to monitor them. I want to talk. Make this man where then they call it say in Tumkwi Ifo. Make it take care. Make it take care. And then Pa Asogo. Make it take care. Ngaleng. Make it take care. From now, hence, we know we give them chance again. Because we look them fine, we monitor them, we know they are in and out. So we don't pass this communique. Now for tell these people them, say all thing we them don't do, we don't see them, we know. As we don't see all these things we know, time don't reach way, they no go run for we again. We come also for tell this Bambwe community. Say make them know, say starting from now, today, we will talk so. Now, number 9 day for the first month for January 2023, we will come for tell them. Say, if any man we will meet up where they go for farm for Fonta na the area will be close to this place where the act be take place. We don't ban every man for no go there for any farming or anything for that place. And we mean them. Any person will meet up for that place, we pass for the person to go down as we talk am from today. So, and now this minute, where would they talk am? So we did beg for tell anybody where he know anything about these things, they may report his skin quick. And if somebody dey where he know this man, where they call it say Kalusha, when he dey for Tuniba, not teacher by profession, we go pun you down by all means. Starting from now, where would they talk this minute, we no go laugh for ye again. And then in addition, we dey still come up for talk say from today henceforth and this minute we don't place a ban on any occasion inside this Bambwi. No die, they no fit celebrate time for Bambwi. No juju no fit dance inside Bambwi. No nothing no go happen inside this place. Whether na wait, we don't place ban for everything to your further notice. We mean it. And we come again for talk say if somebody die for Bambwi, make una come, una bury the person. Go, we go leave una for bury that person, una go. When they bury the person, nothing, it no go happen. We dey talk so, as we dey talk, we una take care. Because the days ahead as from now are dark. The days ahead are rotten. And we are going to do what nobody will ever imagine. In this particular place, we talk this one, make it go for the gendarme, where he go police, where he come shoot that man, say we know ye, and we will face ye. As from now hence, we talk say the days ahead are smelling, the days ahead are dark, and nobody no go pass where he go come for change with where we don't take him, and this decision where we don't take him. At the beg for tell my papa, my mommy, my brother them, when I listen this thing, especially for the Monday now our normal country Sunday, make no man no trespass for that country Sunday for go for any farm. Make no man no trespass for that country Sunday for go for cross road starting from today. If you get your farm for your door, you welcome. But for cross that place or go for any place, we say no. We meet up you down. You go down. Now we the talk for this ground zero. At the back una for to repeat for una again. Make man no be we no take this thing serious. If you no take what we talk serious, you are going down. So I no go talk plenty and I no go come up again for talk because I don't talk. I thank una plenty.
A minute for so much. Nicely. Normally. Nine, hotter. Forward, continue. Forward, move up. Forward, shake up. Nine, hotter. Backward, continue. Masani go, mami the follow. Masani go, mami the follow. Like this, like that. Nine, hotter. Inward, continue. Inward, move up.
We have to make our simple prayers. We have to make our simple prayers. To show that God is with us. To show that we praise Him. We have to make our simple. What says you, madam? We have to make our simple, very simple. We have to make our simple prayers. To show that we thank God.
Shall we return to our own vomit? Again, the question is, shall we return to our own vomit? Of course not. We are told that only dogs do. Only dogs do return to their own vomit. Today is January the 9th, in the year of our Lord, 2023. I am Chris Ano, your comrade in arms for a free and independent Southern Cameroon's Ambazonian. Fellow Ambazonians, I come to you with a critical announcement. We are declaring February the 10th and the 11th. And when I say we, I am referring to all of us here at the interim government of Ambazonian. We are declaring a national lockdown of Ambazonia to start on Friday, the 10th of February, and Saturday, the 11th of February. Fellow Ambazonians, this lockdown is critical and important because we are not dogs. We are not dogs, and we will never be, to return to our own vomit. Even before 2016, when they started this conflict against us, we had refused to take part in any festivities or celebrations marked as 11th February. 11th February was declared in 1966 by French Cameroon President Amadou Ahidjo. Until 1966, what we celebrated was Empire's Day and not 11th February. And by the way, look at that date, 11th February, which they now call a Youth Day. A Youth Day. What has it got to do with the youths? If you can think about it, what has the 11th of February got to do with any youth in Ambazonia or in La République du Cameroon? Zero. Fellow Ambazonians, we should never forget our own history. The 11th of February was the date of the plebiscite in 1961. Again, the 11th of February was the date of the plebiscite. It is the day slavery was forced upon us by the United Nations, the British, and of course, the French and French Cameroon. So we cannot be celebrating our own day of slavery, the day we were made slaves. They came to us with a plebiscite, and instead of asking us whether we want to get independence to be a country of our own, they asked us if we wanted to get independence by either joining Nigeria or joining La République du Cameroon. How has that worked? And what are we going to be celebrating? How has it worked for the past 61 years? They forced independence with La République du Cameroon upon us. And the day that plebiscite was carried out, our annexation and colonization began. And for 61 years, we've borne the brunt of it. Fellow Ambazonians, we have since denied celebrating any so-called national day in our territory that is implemented by La République du Cameroon. And so this one, the 11th of February so-called, will not be different. We shall not celebrate anything in Ambazonia called National Day on the 11th February. 11th February was since banned, 20th May banned from our territory. And so we're asking everybody in Ambazonia, get ready to stay home, shut down everything that you can that can be shut down on February the 10th and February the 11th. Monday will be our regular ghost towns. So the lockdown will be on, again, Friday, February the 10th, and Saturday, February the 11th. Please pass this message to every Ambazonian. We shall be coming back to you with details as to what goes on during these days. Please pass this message around and start preparing to shut down everything of your own. We cannot give La République du Cameroon a semblance of any victory. They hope to send the images across the world to say, listen, the war is over. Just imagine You send your children out to go and march and participate in any march past. And please let me say this to every school or college anywhere in Ambazonian. Your children go out to the street to any ceremonial ground to participate in anything called 11 February, your school will be completely shut down indefinitely. 11 February has been banned throughout the territory of Ambazonia, and it is going to remain so. Even when we get our independence, it's a bad day. We shall never celebrate our own day of slavery, ladies and gentlemen. We are not going back to it. We shall never go back to it. October 1st remain our only national day for the moment. God bless you all.
To show that we praise it, we have to make ourselves okay. The sign of the cross.
Thank you, Lord, for all you've done. Thank you.
Fellow Ambazonians, like in a nutshell, I would like to tell you, say success in Congo, it be enabler. It be planted for Nigeria as a spile, as a transporter. Success in Congo get like almost 5 rules where they play for that government for La République du Cameroon. Anything una the year they talk, una take them for a pinch of salt. Now the demon then this way we would see them. May everybody be very careful. And then like the same like Awilo, we una the hear them for on top TV. Today they can't find no pity. Una they see the other one the way they talk say who say no pity then they. They know I hear it for a long time. Muna be very careful with people and like this one so. Now the people in this way that they talk to they so some fighters then the way they don't make them passport, they don't do so. Success in Congo na transporter for La République du Cameroon na agent. May any man be very careful. May any man be very careful. So now when they take message where it concern success in Congo, muna be very careful. As for the people the way they call them, recommend they come. Recommend they come. Every way they don't do them, it be recorded. And all them go come to book. All them go come to book. All them so with a Tanganji. All those names them. All them so they go take parts. Right off to the people the way they shidong for inside le kudu. They contribute money for Kifi Masha, the king of Ambazonian. All una so, una recommend they come. We una there for diaspora. Muna listen. Una be part of this transporter sources in Congo. Agent for La République du Cameroon. So me person not take any two sources in Congo to talk for anything. Muna only be very careful. We get for keep them like a tape because now the thing that we will use them for International Court of Justice. For that last day, una go stand trial for all the things they wanna do them. Una go stand trial. Now the rest of their life and the rest of the other people them. Muna no say the cops they wanna kill them for 1 midnight, 2 midnights. All those things they wanna do them. Una days them be numbered. Les fellow Ambazonians, more be very careful for how they listen to things and concerning such people. More be very careful with the enablers the way they sit there for inside Ambazonian. The one the way they there for neighboring La République du Cameroon. And the one the way they there for Nigeria, let this success in Congo.